restarted my computer to try to fix this audio problem I was having. And we're going to enter the chess singularity now. There's my wonderful Microsoft Teams. You don't even want it, and it just appears. Don't even use Teams because it's more complicated. Zoom and Hangouts. Kind of a bullshit program is appearing here when I don't really want it. But I can click out of it. It's a little bit, Teams is a little bit like the old Netscape and the old Internet Explorer that everybody was like, oh my God, it's up. And Teams is the same way. Okay, we're not getting the echo. We're going to do a little bit of Duolingo. And for streaming, I guess in the end, I just needed to learn a simple little trick was to turn off my computer and restart it. So let's go over here. You guys all know the drill. We're going to get our linguistic system of our brain activated by learning some foreign language. And then after we activate that, we'll be hopefully in the chess singularity and we'll play some chess. And if we are in the singularity, we'll win. Most likely. We might possibly lose while in the chess singularity, but our rating will steadily climb until, who knows, we could be the best in the world. So let's go ahead and practice some of this French. So, je suis that's a cat, chat. Je suis un chat.
Je.
Okay, I heard je.
Je.
What do you hear?
Je.
Continue.
Je suis une fille.
Je suis une fille.
Je suis une fille.
Je suis une fille. Je suis une fille. Je suis une fille. And it passes really fast. That means we spoke very well. When it takes more time, it's because you didn't do it so well. And write this in French. Okay, so I have to write a woman in French. How do you say a woman? I think you say une femme. Une femme. Okay.
Une fille.
That was weird.
Une fille.
Une fille. Une fille. They sure do pronounce in a lot of different ways. Une fille. Une fille is in English, so a girl. A girl. That was good. Une fille.
Une femme.
Une femme. Une femme. I heard une femme. Okay, we're doing good. And you see our brainwaves going way
Je
up.
suis une femme.
Je suis une femme. Instead of femme, now it's femme. I don't know why these...
Je suis une femme.
These French people pronounce all over the map.
Je suis une femme.
What?
Je suis une femme.
Wow. Je suis une femme. Give me a break.
Une fille.
That's a girl and a boy. And they want me to type it in English. A girl and a good girl, boy. Je suis. No, the UN without the E, they pronounce like, and the other is like more like un. So it's weird. So je suis un homme. Je suis un homme is I am a man. I had a French Canadian here the other day telling me that these people pronunciation was strange. Fill in the blanks. Un garçon, une fille. Write this in French. I am a boy. So je suis un garçon. Je suis. It's not it's un. Je suis un garçon. That's my keyboard. My keyboard is acting up again. Je suis un garçon. Fill in the blanks. Une femme et un homme. Fill in the blanks. Continue. Great work. They're going to make it hard. This in French, a girl and a boy. Une fille et un garçon. We're doing great. A woman and a man is une femme et un homme. Une femme et un homme. Un homme with an H. Une femme et un homme. Perfect. Can you believe that? Look at those brainwaves go way up when we did it perfect. We got the horns blowing. We reached the daily goal. Okay, so let's go over and see if we're in the singularity. We got to check. Go over to chess.com, not chess.com, but Chess, and see if we're in the singularity. Let's just see. We might be there. Who knows? Maybe, maybe not. But we can check it and see. We're going to play this thing that we always play. It's kind of like King's Gambit or something. I'm going to charge right up to in here and just see what happens. We've got a lot of pieces on this square. He's got 4, we got 3, but I'll really screw up his pawns. You see, and they're attacking this at the same time now. They're attacking this knight, so his queen was attacking that knight, so I needed to protect. Now I could take. I'm going to take with the pawn and just see what happens here. He might take that with his bishop. If he does that, I'll move this pawn up to force his bishop maybe back where it came from. Then that's got to... I'm going to move it back to... Well, I can take him. Probably the best thing to do. And then I can castle. I think I'll just castle because I can get a good check on his rook, on his king with my rook. Oh, look at those brainwaves. They were really tight and high. I was feeling like I was in the singularity there for just a second, and I noticed they were tight and high. Now we'll see if they are like that the next time I feel like I'm in the singularity. We'll start to make some sense out of these brainwaves. If something calamitous happens, the brainwaves will probably collapse. Oh, that's interesting. I guess we'll just have to come back and attack that thing. He can take this pawn with that, but I'll take there and he'll screw up his pawn. Well, I can... His bishop is in a little bit of danger now. His bishop is attacked twice. He might just move it back where it was. That pawn is protected by him. I think I'm going to get that evil check already, like I said I wanted. But no, it would be better with the other. He'll just bring... I was thinking about getting that evil check. Maybe I should have done it. I don't know. He can't take this pawn still. Uh-huh. Fee on we'll just see what happens here. What's he gonna do? He's gonna get that pawn, but I really don't care. I could kind of care less, you might say, and I can't attack him. I think this will be good. We'll see what happens here. He might put me in check, trade off my queen. Could work. He took that. That's kind of like what I was hoping he would do. Because if he takes this now, he breaks up his pawns pretty bad. And if he doesn't, I'm going to advance it and have some real attacking possibilities. I'm going to advance this pawn up to here, and it's just a matter of time before he gets checkmated. In fact, I'll do that right now. This pawn is protected by this rook. The queen can come up and can come here. Will you have time to take that? He can try. I'll protect with this. If he takes it now, he loses a knight because I've got the pawn. Now I'm going to go over here and threaten the checkmate. If he takes my knight with his pawn, I get the checkmate. Wow, those waves are tight. Wow. Looking like the singularity there. Like right now, no, because I'm not in the singularity. I'm, just looking at brainwaves and talking some. But you see, that was all right. That was starting to get some pretty good data on what the singularity looks like. For those of you who don't know about the singularity, it's when you perceive chess clearly. You're right in there. You see what to do. It doesn't mean you're going to win every time, but it means your rating is going to go steadily up until, who knows, could be next world champion. I don't want to be arrogant, but it's just the fact that we have the method. We're using the brain waves. We are achieving we are trying to achieve the singularity. No one's ever done this before. This is a historical event. If it works, it works. And if it doesn't work, well, we'll always say it should have. Let's try another one. That one worked. That was fun. We'll see if we can play another one and see what happens. We'll get some more data. Data toward the singularity. We're going to do another King's Gambit, which is a good game, by the way, for... I don't want to move that up yet. I need to protect against this advance of the pawn with my other knight before I move this out. Okay, now I got to get rid of that bishop so I can cast. So I'm going to get rid of that bishop by moving this knight out over to here, take the bishop, then I'll be able to castle. I don't know why he brought his knight over there. That's weird. If the knight were here, it would be attacking this pawn, and I wouldn't have been able to move the knight like that, but that helped a lot. I think I see some good attacks on this knight over here. If he takes with the pawn, that'll help me. Okay, if I advance this pawn, his knight can't come over. And I get an attack on this knight. But let me see. Maybe I'll just take that knight. Now, I've got a pretty good play now. Check, check. Okay. I think I have like a pretty excellent combination now. If he tries to take this pawn with his knight, for example, I think this will work. Let's see. Okay, put him in check. That looks good. He didn't take the bishop. Okay. It's okay. I'm going to do okay in this exchange. I'm going to save that bishop now. I'll bring it right back to here maybe. Just kind of like keep it kind of like protected. His king is out in the center. He can take this knight right now, but I take with the pawn and he's just going to have to move his bishop out of danger. Let's see, if I go up here and he puts me in check, I go over here. I think that'll work out okay. Just doing a little bit. Oh, I had a really tight brainwaves again when I was in the singularity there. Okay, put me in check. I come over here. Does he want to trade his queen? No, he didn't want to trade his queen. Do I want to trade queens? Not really. That's going to help me at all. Just kind of screwing around here. He doesn't want to trade queens, so I thought maybe I'll get some play here. If he does trade queens, I don't see a lot of big problems for me. I could trade queens now. And then his rook is kind of like in a. Okay, I develop here with a temple. This rook is really out of position right now. I've got to do something smart here. I've got my rooks doubled, but not going to be able to do anything until I get rid of that. This bishop over there. I don't know. I really don't know what I'm doing here. We're not doing too bad on the clock, though. 2 minutes against 2 minutes and 39. Suppose I come down over here. That'll save me a little bit of heartache over there. Okay, I'll save that pawn over there. That pawn was under a pretty bad attack. Things are not looking up. Oh crap, I should have advanced that pawn up to there. I think I lost this game. Yeah, I might as well just resign. That was really bad. You know, really angers me, and sometimes I think I enter the chess singularity after I get angry. Let's see if I can tighten up waves, really get them tight, and enter the chess singularity on this game. We did the language learning. We should have activated the linguistic systems of our mind, and chess is a language, chess is linguistic, and now it should just be a matter of advancing these things and winning, 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 winning. Pawn's kind of approaching in a good way. As they say, a knight on the dim rim is dim, but that's kind of a general rule. It's not really completely true half the time. That protected that knight. The knight was under attack by the queen. Uh, hmm. Gotta develop this bishop. I'll bring her back to there. They always, talk about doubling pawns, and sometimes it's good to double them up a little bit. Just getting some more action over there on that side. Maybe just advance those pawns and go right up there. I can get my queen here and then advance that pawn up. Looks like it's gonna be pretty strong. You gotta be careful about that. That knight can come back. He who fights and runs away lives to fight another day, as they say. This should protect the knight. I think he's thinking about bringing his queen up into here. And then I guess I'll put the question to that queen right away. And the queen went back. I'm going to continue with my plan. My plan was to advance these pawns up. Okay, I'm going to that kind of screws me up. Got to do something smart here. Would like to move that pawn up, but I can't. Puts me in check. If he takes his queen, he puts me in check. I think I got to take the knight without losing too much time off the clock. Oh, I see. I was trying to protect that pawn. I can protect the pawn by doing this. And now I got the rook and the queen protecting that pawn. That's not bad. I'm going to bring the king up into here. Uh-huh. I'm not going to let him just open things up there. I'm going to close him down over there. I got to do that. Get my king off that row. Um, different places I can do with this. I could bring him back here or up here. This looks like a better move. Now I can swing a rook over here and get his queen, harassing his queen over here. Gonna harass that queen. I have a pretty much advanced pawn here. I don't know. Those are hard. Oh, that was nice. Look at that. He just pinned his queen for me. May as well just take him. There, he protected pretty well. I will. I think a pawn and a bishop are well worth that rook. Plus I get a check out of it, and I'm going to come up with the knight. I need some more firepower over here on that side. I think he thought he was going to win a pawn that way, but I think he maybe just about checkmated himself. There. Wow. I don't know if you caught those brainwaves, how high they were there, but we got some nice data there. We can run that back. I mean, I had this weird rectangular peak there. Kind of like that. Time will tell. I mean, we've got statisticians, we've got mathematicians, we've got data scientists. All kinds of people are discussing this data as we are doing these experiments, trying to reach the singularity. So that was okay. That was actually not. I'm kind of like getting off the camera there, but that was all right. Because I get over here looking at the brain waves. I'm gonna have to put these brain waves in another position, like maybe over here. I have to put them over here because then I keep my. There, you see, I got that great idea, and you can see what happened with the brain waves. That has nothing to do with the chess, but that has a lot to do with the broadcast and everything. I had a great idea, and then got the brain waves working there. Okay, I got to get some more data here. I'm going to go back one more time. I'm going to move my position at these waves because I like to look at the waves over here in this position. Okay, let's do one more and just see how this works, because it's going to be interesting to see how, if any of this, what we've studied so far, if any of it actually plays out and becomes consistent. It'll be very, very interesting. Let's do another of these King's Gambits, because they work very good in 5-minute chess, I think, on any level. And we'll see what happens. I'm going to castle on this side. already commit myself to that. I'm just going to make sure that that knight doesn't come up any farther. Keep the knight over there. Okay, well, that might open up some attacks on his king on this diagonal now. If I just bring my knight over, he'll probably take, but before I retake, I'll do the check over here. I don't know if that was worth it. I bring another knight, I bring another pawn to the center, and at the same time, he loses the whole castling thing. Yeah, he'll bring his king over there. Unless he gets freaked out. Every once in a while, they really get freaked out when the next move is kind of important. If I bring this up, now he'll interpose his queen. Is there anything smart I can do here? I'm going to have to get some more pieces into play, and a knight can bound about pretty fast and far. I'll bring the queen back here. She'll at least be able to get a play in over here. Pawn to a certain extent. Ooh, this is kind of nice. I want to open the game right now, I guess. So when you advance a pawn and it's got a thing on both sides, it's got to give. So that was a pretty good opportunity. If the king knight comes over here, I'll probably retake. Can I retake and push that pawn up? This king goes back. Don't know where that really helps me any. But at the same time, I'm wasting a lot of time here. Okay, I see something here. I'm going to take the knight because I just saw this diagonal over here. He's got to be pawn, and I'm just going to do this. He's going to escape over into here. And that's going to keep his king. This will open a file onto his king. Except he'll get a check. He'll get that pawn with a check. But I'll move my king over in the corner and still have pretty good play, I think. There's no way to avoid that check. I'll just move my king over, get rid of that whole situation, and then go back to really harassing his king here in the center. If I come here, okay, I see something here. This is going to take a couple of moves, but it'll be worth it. We'll see what happens here. Oh, I forgot about the check. Forgot about the check. I knew he was going to do that, and I was going to move the rook over, but I forgot about the check, so I just lost a rook. That really, really, really hurt. I can still try what I was going to try to do, and maybe being down a rook won't bother me. I was playing quite well there. I thought I was playing pretty well, at least. And oh, and that's checkmate. Wow. Can you believe that? Oh, I got to. You know, sometimes I think I'm going to reach the singularity when just after I lose a game because I think it brings a certain clarity. You know, I flatlined it right there and mixed up the brain waves really good. I That last game I just missed that one check. I knew he was going to take that pawn and forgot it was with a check. When those four pawns are like that, it's usually the I don't know what you would call it, the forbearing or the patient one that doesn't take usually comes out better. It's better just to let the four pawns sit there usually. I have to break that pin. Okay, and I get that's okay. Is he going to? I'll get ready to cast, so if I have to give up one more pawn, I'll give it up. No big deal, right? Looking better, I really didn't need to break that pin because it's not really pinned. I'm going to castle, get out of danger. Now that pawn is very well protected because the knight protects him too. The knight, I can see what the knight's trying to do here. I don't know. I'm going to play the clock. I don't want to waste too much time on the clock. Coming after this bishop. I think now is a good time to bring one of these rooks over, and I think that rook's the best one because this rook maybe is needed over here on the queen side. That pawn was weak. This looks like a perfectly safe place. And I can force that pawn out. Figured he would come in there. I'm going to have to protect this pawn first. And then drive out the knight with this bishop. Because I'm going to interpose the bishop here. I don't want him taking this with his knight. Okay, now I'll just get this guy to go right out of there. Drive him back where he was. We're doing okay on time. We're doing okay on time, and he can only go back to here, I think. Now, it's kind of time to do something good here. I'm going to undo this pin on this knight because I want to get this knight active. I want to bring it up into here to attack this pawn. Now, if he takes that knight with his bishop, that's not bad for me. I'll bring this pawn up into here. And, you know, this threesome of pawns over here in this position is looking okay. I like the way, and I broke them up now as I looked at my brainwaves, but I like the way that they were kind of tight and rising. It was reminiscent of a singularity. Look at that. Queen. Okay, I can maybe win a pawn at least here. because I'm going to open up an attack on this queen. And maybe this will be the beginning of the end, because I will take this pawn, and then I will move this pawn up. That was pretty good. I think, did I screw up myself there? Maybe not, though. I think I can escape. I'm not checkmated here. Then comes back here, protecting against the checkmate in the corner. I got my queen here that will. I need to keep my queen on the second rank to protect against a lot of different possibilities. It's the only move I have. I'm doing okay on time. I got pretty well coordinated pieces here. I think he's going to take this, but I got coordinated pieces here with a lot of different possibilities. I think I need to, let's see if I do this. It's the only move. Don't have any choice. He can't really attack this thing again. I gotta figure out something myself though, like some sort of mating attack or something. I figured he would do that. I have one move, I think. Well, I have two moves. I could come out here. I think that's my bet, because I bring my king into relative safety out here, and if I had brought my queen over, I just would have been in really a lot of more and more problems with his rook. He would have brought his rook over and given me all kinds of trouble. In this case, I need to come over here to avoid this check here. If I'd come over here, I would have just got to check with that. Things are not looking good right now for me, I have to admit. The only thing I can do is go back into here. I probably should not have worried so much about that, because this bishop can come up very handily there. Now he's got a good check with his rook. He would almost have some good checkmates now, except for the fact that I have a back row mate if he's not careful. And I still have a back row mate. No, not now. This threatens a back row mate. 30 seconds on the clock. At least I'm shoring up my defense over here. I see an attack on this bishop, but I gotta get this knight out of here. Crap. How can I do this? I need to attack this queen. Got 22 seconds left. I have to attack that queen and then get a back row mate. That was all right. Oh, we got some data there. We won the game at least. It's an interesting game. Okay, I think I will play one more, get some data, and then I got to go to sleep. It's getting kind of late here, but I didn't have a lot of chat tonight. People are just not chatting up very much. I think people get mesmerized by the brainwaves and they just forget to chat. I mean, I do the same thing. I'm playing chess, and so I really can't get too mesmerized, but they are extremely mesmeritic. Like when you just sit there looking at them, watching them go up and down, it's like I can spend hours looking at brainwaves. Something about them that just how's that going to be? I don't know. Just go for some mass exchanges and stuff over here. If he takes with yeah, he didn't take with that, but I can. In this case, my king's gonna walk out, but oh crap! I lost my queen. Oh no! And I've seen that a million times. It's not like that was a new trap for me. It's just getting late. I just had some other plans. Okay, that was not that one doesn't count. I said there was going to be one more, but we'll do one good game and then that'll be it. Wrap this up. It's a wrap, as they say. Chess is a little bit addictive. It's like kind of like slot machines. You just figure, well, I'll put one more coin in. And fortunately, chess, you don't have to pay for every game, but just in terms of time, that's all. Invest a few more minutes. But at least we've got brainwaves. At least we've got the chance for a chess singularity coming up here. And we're adding to science, to world science, getting brainwave data about chess. I believe this is the first time in history that we're getting this sort of data on brainwaves and chess. When they take that in this opening, I always take with that pawn and then immediately take theirs, straighten those pawns out. And right now I'm just checking that I can get some pretty good, I'm sure he sees that. I think it's not worth trying to go for the queen pin. I'm sure he could see that. You can really harass that rook over there with the two bishops. Some weird things start to happen in this game against that rook if you just get the bishops active. Maybe it's better with the queen. Get the queen off the back rank, and because it was pinned behind this pawn with the rook there. My idea now is to He maybe bring that over there. If he does, I'll bring this bishop up attacking him, I think. He saw that, so. Okay. When this pawn's weak, it's not a good idea to not to block this bishop off, but when you have a chance like I did there, it's good to bring that knight out. The knight out is good because it protects against the bishop coming out here. When they do that, you just bring the knight back over to there, attacking that pawn. They have to move that up. And the bishop will be pretty good there. I'm going to... Should I castle? Should I do what? I'm thinking of a little trap here. If I bring the bishop here and then move this pawn up, I win this knight or that knight. I don't know if that's such a valid trap, but we'll try it. I don't see a lot more to do here. Now, if he does that, I'll just take there and I'll still be able to get the trap. So we'll see. If he doesn't see it, we'll win a piece. And I think he thought that I was going for a pin, but I wasn't really going for a pin. Just he got his king out of the pin, but I win the... Get another pin there. He can attack my queen. But in any case, I win a rook or something here. I mean the exchange. Should I castle queenside maybe? I don't want to castle into all those pawns, and I don't think I see a lot of danger over here against me. He can take that pawn, but I want to get these rooks doubled up on this file. If he takes that knight over there, it'll be wonderful for me. I'm going to take this pawn. If he retakes with the queen, my queen will come down here, checkmate. And if he retakes with that pawn, that's also good for me because I can take with the knight. And he didn't do either. The knight doesn't have really anywhere it can go advance to. He's going to get a kind of a passed pawn here, but I'm not going to worry too much about that because I'm going to trade off a rook for a pawn and a knight, and then I'll still be pretty good with material. And I'm really good on time. Yeah, I looked over there. I'm almost getting into the singularity. When I looked over there and saw how good the clock was, I felt like I was in control, and I saw them tighten up and rise. Wow, he's really going down on the clock. The best thing he could do, I think, is just start moving this pawn up. I would block it with my rook. If anything, I'll just trade off 2 rooks against that pawn. I mean 1 rook for a pawn and a knight and end up with a very good game. I have to watch out about that. Really have to watch out about that. I can't trade that pawn now. I have to get my king a little bit out of danger because with that rook and that knight, that bishop. Okay, now the bishop's not there. I can trade the pawn. I can trade the rook for the pawn and the knight. And he's got 0 seconds left. Oh, look how they tightened up and rose just right there, just for a second though. I have to learn how to. All right. I got a nice, yeah, 4th of July. You might be surprised, Cam from Malaysia, but we're not broadcasting here from the U.S. But nice to see you and good to have you as a viewer. I was just going to kind of call it a day, but not now. I'm getting some chat action here. If you want to play a game, Cam, just send me a link. We'll do one more. And thanks a lot for the call out there. If you want to stick around, we'll have a little bit more another in the game. Send me a link if you want to play, chat a little bit more. And thanks for the happy 4th of July. Did you know that there's a lot of countries that have a 4th of July? United States is not the only one. They have a 4th of July in Canada too. In fact, I heard they had a 4th of July in Malaysia, for that matter. They don't celebrate it. I'm just, saying that they have one. Now, this gets a little bit tricky. I'll put my king over in the corner because he's going to come out with a tempo. Now I got to figure out what to do against that knight. It's a quick game. It's an informal game. I'm just going to knock things around a little bit, see what happens. Have to be very careful about this, about possibly losing a pawn. I think my only safe move is this one down here. Wow, we're getting a lot of first-time chat here. All right, yeah, I'll go ahead and after we play this, we'll do a game. How'll that be? That pawn's gonna come up and attack me, so I got to give my king. It's a good place to move here. And let's see, what are we gonna do with this knight? I guess we'll bring him out to here and then to here, and maybe trade off there. He'll have an advanced pawn, but we'll be able to handle it. The king looks kind of safe on this diagonal. I want to get rid of this bishop as fast as possible, though. Maybe just go up here really fast. This will fork the queen and I can get rid of that darn bishop. At least I get rid of that bishop, and the pawn will block his queen on that diagonal. Let's see what happens here. Time control, what about 5 minutes? 5 minutes, you can send me if it's a clickable link in anything, could be Chess.com or Chess, whatever you want. That was weird. Don't know why he did that. I guess he's gonna get a checkmate over there if he can. Oh, he got that. Sacrificed a piece. It looked like he was sacrificing a piece, but really he knew what he was doing. I don't know if I can get that pawn, maybe? I would just take that pawn with my queen. Let's see. Okay, he's playing very, very well. I don't know what I'm doing here. I'm just going to mix some things up and block that pawn. And I'm trying to get an attack on this pawn over here. Oh, wow. That's a pretty interesting name. Shadow Water. Cool. Yeah, you know how to send a link? If you can send, some people know how to do that. They send a couple link and works out pretty good. I just click on it and can play the game really fast. Did I just lose my knight? Yeah, I did. This is not looking very good. Just keep missing opportunities, and oh, there he comes back again. He's jumping all over the board. Well, we're getting some good data here on the brain waves. I like to see sometimes what happens when, yeah. I just going to keep playing because sometimes their modem breaks. Every once in a while, somebody's modem will break, like right about now. It's really great when it happens, like every once in a while. It doesn't happen every day. But it's cool when you can get a modem to break. Just keep playing. I gotta just move my pawns up and hopefully he won't be able to check me. This pawn, I can maybe go around that pawn a little bit. I've got so many pawn moves. I'm just going to try to go for a stalemate, but it's going to be hard. It's going to be really hard to get a stalemate out of this. Try to keep the king kind of like over in the center. Maybe I can checkmate him. Bring the king down and the pawns and go for the checkaroo. Checkmate-aroo. Oh, no. He had me all lined up with 3. 3 and 3. Wow. He's got the 3. Okay, let me see if I can find on Chess. I can just do a... Okay, I'm getting a challenge here. So let's do it. Challenge! 5 minute. All right. This is a pretty cool game. Okay, I'm ready for this. Whether you're a grandmaster or whether you are a rank amateur, and you probably are. Chances are you're probably neither, but whatever you are, we'll just go for it. See what we can do here. Is that worth it? Yeah, I think so. My knight will be there protecting that for a while. Maybe get a little action against that queen. Maybe I lose up kind of a pawn that way, but not the end of the world, I guess, to lose a pawn or two. Oh, man. Can easily lose a couple of pawns here. I don't know if I get a little development out of this or something. Hopefully get something, some compensation. Kind of like down a few pawns here, which is not too cool. Don't see that I have a lot of compensation from this. Down 2 pawns. How am I doing on the clock? About equal. Can't believe I lost all those pawns. Wow. This is a really tight game that I'm basically losing, but still like to say that it's tight. Not doing too well here against this very good player from. Oh, let me move this. I gotta protect over here. The last chatter was from Malaysia. This is a chatter from Lichess. Wow. Guess I just got to get the heck out of there. I just traded a bishop for a rook. That's not so great. Not a good deal. Not a good trade usually. Try to get some attack going here on these pawns. Don't know if it's possible. Probably not. Don't have much chance here, but where there's life, there's hope, as they say. think they say that. I think I made a mistake there. I really think I made a mistake. Things are not looking up. Wow. Shadows are just won this game. I'm just gonna keep playing a little bit because maybe Shadows are maybe his modem is not working very good. Every once in a while you can win just by the fact that their modem breaks. This is weird. Thought that. Oh no, I'm just one check. I'm just one move away from being checked. Great game. Wow. You taught me some moves. Shadows are. Thank you. Thank you for the game. That was fun. And I got some great data. I never saw the brainwaves spread out that far like that. That was something. I don't know what that was happening with our interaction or something, but those will have to all get analyzed. We have mathematicians, we have statisticians, we have data analysts who are checking these waves, and everything's a part. Could be something of the gameplay, it could be something with the interaction, but however it is, it's always elucidating how the waves are moving according to the gameplay and the interaction in the chat. So hope you can stop by another time, Shadows there, and it was a fun playing with you. We can play again sometime. Anyway, it was fun talking with all you guys here tonight, and we got some good brainwave data, and we'll be back probably tomorrow night. It's already pretty late here where I am. So have a good one, and everybody stay out of trouble like I always do. Okay, ciao ciao. Good night. Good night.